You!
You!
Hey, guess what? It's time for mental health news!
Yay!
What time is it?
Mental health news time!
Yay!
We're so excited.
Yes.
And we just can't hide it. And you know, oh, I don't know the words.
Yeah. Yes, it's a 70s disco song.
It's disco time.
Welcome to another edition of Mental Health News, and this is Mental Health News for July 2004.
Woohoo!
Now,
Yay!
we have really ancient news bullets that will inspire you and piss you off.
Right on! Piss me off! We like to be pissed off.
Yeah,
Piss me off, don't piss on me. Yeah.
Exactly, yes.
Woo!
And these are the Swanky Town puppets.
Yes, and we're swanky.
Yes.
Very
and this
swanky.
is
She's more swanky than I am.
Well, actually, you're both pretty
Every
swanky.
week our
This is
every
Swanky
month our
Town
names change.
Chris, and this is Swanky Town Rhonda.
Yay! Chris.
Yay!
Okay.
So, to start off this show,
Yes.
Mental Health News is a monthly series. Each one is totally different from the last one, and I read relatively up-to-date news bullets
Hard to be beautiful.
that I have so eloquently pared down into bite-sized bits and pieces for your psychic pleasure or psychotic pleasure.
Exactly.
You take your pick. Okay, so
Woohoo!
also.
Are we psychotic?
Yes, it's important to know I am not a doctor.
Woohoo!
She's not a doctor.
No.
She's not a doctor.
No.
I'm not a lawyer. She's not a lawyer.
Not a lawyer.
She's not a lawyer. But I
Don't
am a
wanna
mental
be a
health
lawyer?
expert, and these are expert sock puppets.
Yes. Yay! I'm an expert at being a sock
Yes.
puppet or something.
Sock it to me, baby.
Woohoo! Something like that. Something.
Yeah. Okay.
Something less.
And I could eat my nose.
Okay. So for those of you wondering where I get my information, what I try and do is I try and cite all of my sources wherever possible, and I get a lot of my information from Medscape, which is online, Medline, which is online,
Cool.
PubMed, which is online,
Yeah.
Internet Mental Health, which is online, and Public Citizen. Now a lot of
We agree.
Yeah,
Yes, we
Medline
do.
and
With
Medscape
everything.
and
Just
PubMed.
ask us.
They get a
know.
lot of their stuff from like Reuters
know.
and AP, and so you can get your information from them also.
Yeah.
Also, I've tried getting information from NAMI, but their information is deeply disturbing to me.
Very disturbing.
Yes.
Why, Dan? We are disturbed by it.
Well,
A lot.
it's
Yes.
it looks like advocacy,
eyeball.
but
Wiggle the eyeball. Woohoo!
I'm not sure what it is.
Yeah.
Yes, it's advocacy for pharmaceutical companies. Yes.
Sure.
Yes.
Just nod and smile.
Yes. So
Didn't look pretty.
So that's where I get a lot of my
You would.
information.
Yeah.
And hopefully you'll be deeply impressed.
Yes.
Yes.
Impressed by us. Sock puppets.
Yes.
Oh, and Dan.
Okay.
Not
Now-
her though.
Also, I a few months ago I got a really cool Scientific
too.
American, and it's all about the brain. Yes, the brain.
brain.
Look, it has
Very important
cool
part of the body.
diagrams with neurons and amino receptors
And
and
crap like that.
There's like brain
ganglions.
stuff in there.
Yeah, and
Talks about
stimulating the
brain
brain. Yes,
stuff.
very good article.
Okay. Whatever, Chris.
Yeah, brain stuff.
Yeah. Brain stuff.
Do you have brain stuff, Chris?
Some days.
Not today.
Not today.
I have a brain cloud.
Brain fart?
No, brain cloud.
Both. I have both.
Brain
Thing.
fart cloud?
Brain stuff.
Yes.
She doesn't have very much brain stuff.
I am a blonde, you know.
Okay.
All right.
So
Okay.
what?
This one is from Reuters, and it has to do with diabetes. And it was originally done by Merritt McKinney, okay, who works for Reuters or did an article on behalf of Reuters, or Reuters stole their article, not unlike my acquisition of the article as well.
Or something like that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, the reason I'm talking about diabetes is because there
Because
are
you can.
Well, there's a lot of folks with mental
'Cause he knows
illnesses
about it.
that also have diabetes. And diabetes is primarily due to some of the medications that these folks are taking. And these medications make them swell up like a giant balloon. They gain 5 pounds a month on some of these medications.
Dan has a cold.
Yes.
He's ill.
Yeah.
Hey,
So-
I heard that one.
Okay. New research suggests that nuts, grains, leafy green vegetables, and other foods high in magnesium may keep diabetes at bay. Yay! In 2 new studies, people who can... Where did the swanky tap up? There you are. Oh, good for you.
She had to go to her
Oink,
wardrobe
oink,
dressing room
oink.
again.
Change
Okay.
of wardrobe.
Okay.
By the way, we're out of cheese in my dressing room.
Uh-oh.
That is a big fat no-no.
Do you prefer zit? Not zit.
Huh?
Swiss
Pimples?
or camembert?
Ew. I prefer cheddar.
You don't like a nice,
Cheddar.
soft, salty brie?
No brie.
How about a zesty, tangy, Parmesan is good.
Hey, Dan.
Or
Maybe.
aged
She likes to
Asiago.
eat her burgers. That's what she likes to do.
Ew, shh. Not my private life.
They're
Hello.
pretty good with a little salt and
Yeah.
Ew.
Cajun spices.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Okay.
Asian spices.
Disgusting. Yes,
Okay,
it is.
indeed. Okay, in 2 new studies, people who consume the most magnesium in their
Tired.
diets were less likely to develop type 2 diabetes. Do you guys know what type 2 diabetes is?
Yes.
What is it?
It's type 2 diabetes.
Okay, what's the difference between type 1 and type 2?
Type 2, I thought it was
knows.
when you're born with diabetes.
Correct.
Thank you. Thank you. No applause, please.
We weren't going to anyway. Well, I wasn't.
I
thought
am
I'd
the
give you a
smart
hand.
one of the family.
Okay, what's type 2?
Type 2 is where you develop diabetes later on in life.
Do you know why?
Yes.
Why?
Something about loss of insulin.
Yes, the
Something.
pancreas the pancreas begins to
Something
fail.
like that.
Something.
Yeah, and there's a number of
Like
causes.
brain stuff.
Well,
That she didn't have.
Diabetes stuff.
well, either the pancreas is interfered with, or the pancreas insulin becomes immune to insulin.
Unpancreasness,
The insulin becomes less potent, or its response is less potent. But anyway.
What's the
anyway.
close-up, dude?
Okay.
Have to have my time in, you know.
Okay. Blah 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 blah.
The camera loves
In
me.
one of the studies, researchers evaluated the nutrition of about 85,000 female nurses and more than 42,000 male health professionals every 2 to 4 years. Women were followed for 18 years and the men for 12 years. Oh God, that'd get tiring, wouldn't it?
Following.
No doubt.
They
What?
followed them for 18 years.
That's
Why?
stalkerish, you know.
Yeah, it is.
Can we say stalkers?
There's this.
Did they even go to the bathroom with them?
Yeah, it's like, what are they doing in the bathroom?
No, but they reported to the
That
study.
they use the bathroom.
What it is
That's a
nurses
worthwhile
20 years ago, or 30 years ago, or something like that, they did this giant nurses study with like 50,000 nurses. And
That's a lot.
every year they would give a survey to the nurses, and they would ask questions about their everything from their sex life to their operations, family, what color their hair is, and shoe size, and all this sort of stuff, weight, height, all that stuff. And so what they've been doing is they've been tracking these thousands of people and their health, and they ask them what they eat and how much they exercise, and
Yeah.
yada yada yada. And so they've been able to get a really big, good study of people and how well they're doing.
Yeah.
Okay, so this according to a report in the
Wow.
January issue of the Journal of Diabetes Care. The risk reduction was still present even after researchers adjusted for influencing factors including age, total calorie consumption, family history, physical activity, and alcohol consumption.
Wow.
So magnesium is found in its good form is found in a lot of vegetables. There's lots of vegetables with magnesium.
Sorry, I was
Indeed.
paying attention to my hair.
Okay,
Of
body
course, why wouldn't you?
body mass
Yeah.
index,
I'm into myself.
which is a height weight ratio
Self-centered.
measure for obesity, did have some
Hands into
effect.
himself too.
But the link was still statistically insignificant. Most of the participants got their magnesium from food, not vitamin supplements. Less than 5% took magnesium supplements. The second study involved more than 39,000 women who had no history of diabetes, heart disease, or cancer. The women were followed for 6 years. Yeah. The women who consumed more magnesium in their diet were less likely to develop diabetes. But the link between
not very
magnesium
shocking.
and diabetes risk was seen only in women who had a BMI,
What's a BMI?
body mass index,
Oh.
of 25 or higher, whatever that means. Individuals with BMI of 25 to 29 or 30 are considered overweight, while those with a BMI of 30 or higher are considered obese. So
God.
my BMI is 257.
Holy crap.
Well,
Wow.
that was a big fat lie.
Yes, it was.
Okay, so what did we learn from this, kiddies?
I learned that a close-up is worth it.
What is the secret
Sorry.
ingredient that we need to get more of in our food to avoid
Magnesium.
diabetes? Yes, magnesium.
What she said.
I was paying attention and goofing off.
Yeah.
Things I do well.
Yeah, and
Wow.
I'm trying to remember what foods have magnesium in them. And I
Yes.
know nuts and seeds do,
I
definitely.
eat a lot of nuts and seeds.
dark green leafy vegetables.
Ugh. Do salad. And a lot of salad and
Yeah.
stuff.
Salads are good.
Stuff.
And stuff.
Yeah, I think cantaloupe
brain
has magnesium.
stuff.
Brains and stuff.
There's that potassium. Well, I just can't
Bananas
remember.
have potassium in them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
mushrooms
banana,
and
potassium.
cranberry has
And
potassium.
orange juice has potassium, I think.
Yeah, and they add fake
that
calcium
right?
to it too.
Is that what that stuff is?
Yeah.
How do you make fake calcium?
Well, what it is you grind up drywall,
That's disgusting.
which is calcium carbonate,
Yeah,
and then
ew.
you mix it into a fine powder and you sprinkle a little in your vitamin.
I'm
So
disturbed
yeah,
now.
if you look on your
No,
vitamin
don't.
bottle, yes, drywall
I'm now
has among
that.
other
So earlier
things.
I was drinking drywall.
That's disgusting.
Drywall, among other things, is calcium carbonate.
Oh,
A lot of
okay.
it, calcium carbonate. Baking soda. So if you take baking soda and you get a little bit of baking soda, there you're getting
Ew.
your daily calcium supplement. But the
Ew.
problem with calcium carbonate is that the body doesn't digest it very well. If it's chelated, that's better because it's already
Chelated?
Chelated is encapsulated in an enzyme,
I
or
know.
it's broken down partly so the enzymes can grab onto it. But calcium
Okay.
carbonate. So
Well, I'm
I
gonna
get it.
I'm gonna go eat some drywall now.
Ah,
okay,
Drywall. Ugh.
Mm.
okay.
Yeah.
Sounds so unappetizing.
So Medscape news author Lori Barkley. I've read a lot of articles from Medscape from this Lori Barkley, and she's a
Cool.
doctor. And it's also from Charles
Good
Vega,
doctor.
MD, and it's from January. January of this year, 2004.
Wow.
Yes. Okay.
It's an older one.
Oh, and this is more about diabetes. Aren't you excited? This must be Diabetes Month.
Yeah. Ugh.
The joint panel of the American Diabetes Association.
Oh, he said
Yes.
diabetic ass.
The American
has a diabetic ass.
the American Psychiatric Ass, the American Ass of Clinical Endocrinologists,
Let's
and
get
the
that
North
ass word
American
in there.
Ass for the Study of Obesity. Well, see, look, ass. This ass is short for association, just in case you were thinking I was talking about your butt.
Ass. No, talking about our butts.
Okay, well, I'll talk about my butt.
But Dan likes to talk about his butt.
I have
though.
one. I fell down and it got a crack in it. Okay.
Ouch!
We don't want to know.
Make sure you don't go on the side sideways.
Ew. I'm thoroughly disgusted now.
Okay.
Yeah, me too.
I think I'll go eat some drywall.
Okay,
Start my day off with some yummy
Yeah, I wouldn't
drywall.
recommend eating drywall.
Don't eat the drywall.
Just in case you're an idiot and you think that eating drywall
If
is
we
okay.
receive emails saying that you
Okay.
ate through a wall in your house,
Drywall
you've got
has
some issues.
has fire
Big time.
retardants in
Cool.
it, which are toxic,
Yeah.
and so don't eat drywall because that would just
Or
not only
paint.
be stupid but unhealthy and
And
unwise.
you would probably die or get brain damage or something like that.
Ew.
And you'd get sick,
Yes, you would.
You throw
Yes.
up.
A lot.
and you'd throw up wet wall.
That's disgusting.
Wet wall.
Yeah.
Damn,
Okay.
so funny.
Okay, and the study of obesity, blah, 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 blah. Okay, now all these groups, they recommend monitoring, management, and counseling regarding the
pamper
link
yourself.
between weight gain,
Can't help
diabetes,
Hard to stay beautiful.
dyslipidemia, diabetic
I know.
ketoacidosis, and some newer,
Bitch can do, you know.
antipsychotic medications. Okay, so pay attention to this.
Okay, sorry.
So all these groups have gone together
paying.
and they've said you have to monitor people with mental illness taking certain antipsychotic medications for weight gain, diabetes, dyslipidemia. That means your lipids are way out of whack.
Whoa.
What's a lipid?
Lipids generally are fat cell walls, but what
Yowza.
happens is they end up floating in your bloodstream and they clog your arteries and
That's gross.
they're really bad. Yes. Diabetic ketoacidosis. That means your blood becomes too acid and your kidneys can't handle. And
Oh, yeah, I've heard of that.
yeah, acidosis is a problem.
Uh-huh.
Okay, after reviewing all of the available literature and hearing presentations from the FDA, several manufacturers of
Wake up.
second
Wake up, Chris, wake up.
second generation antipsychotics, or SGAs. Okay, second generation antipsychotics.
Narcolepsy.
These are antipsychotics that were made after 1975.
Whoa.
So,
That's
so
old.
I was
Yeah.
an antipsychotic born
Yeah.
in 1984.
yeah, the first second
Before I was
generation one
born.
was clozaril or clozapine, same thing. And then
Klonopin?
after that was risperidol. No, clonopine and clonidine, they're different things. But clozaril or clozapine, that's an antipsychotic. And
Okay.
yeah, and you have to get blood tests for it and stuff. But anyway,
Oh, okay.
the joint panel recommended
Moving on.
careful screening and monitoring of patients receiving these medications. This is due to the use of SGAs in recent years for schizophrenia spectrum disorders. That's schizophreniform, schizoid, schizotypical disorder, schizoaffective disorder, and that sort of thing. So, yeah, okay.
Okay.
Blah, 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 blah. In recent
Blah,
years,
blah.
blah, 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 blah,
Yeah.
blah. Bipolar disorder, dementia,
blah,
psychotic
blah, blah,
depression,
blah.
autism, and developmental
Blah, blah, blah,
disorders,
blah, blah, blah.
delirium, aggressive behavior, and personality disorders, and PTSD. Yes,
Mine.
they're giving antipsychotics for PTSD now.
Lovely.
Yes,
Oh,
and they're
wow.
researching a drug to make you forget. They want to give this to people with PTSD so they'll forget what caused them to feel bad in the first place, and the idea is they'll forget why they're upset, and then they'll feel better and they can move on, and all the abusers can get off scot-free.
Right. Ah.
Okay, let's say you had a father that a dad or an uncle that abused you as your child, and now that you're an adult, you still remember it and it really bothers you, and so they give you a pill to make you forget all your childhood memories,
That's stupid.
and then
That's dumb.
and then you won't be all traumatized anymore, and then you can get a job and pay taxes.
Ah.
It's
Still
stupid.
affects you though.
No doubt.
The panel recommends
That's really
screening,
dumb.
but
What if
that's
the antipsychotics wear off? It's gonna be in the
just
back
a
of your head.
side note. What?
Okay. I said when they wear off, it's gonna be back in
Who
the
was
back
the
of your head.
brainiac that
Yeah,
thought
you'll
that
start
one out?
remembering again. And so what it is, when you take a pill for a condition, as long as you're taking the pill, the condition you'll not be feeling your condition. But as soon
Not
as you
always.
run out of money or insurance or forget to take your pill, it comes back. That's why pills are nice, but therapy is better because therapy
Yes.
lasts and lasts long
True.
beyond the therapeutic session.
That's a good fact right there.
And it gives you
Oh, thank you.
closure.
Okay.
You're welcome.
The panel.
Important.
Yeah. The
Closure
panel.
is important.
The panel.
Closure.
The panel recommends.
The panel.
We all recommend, yes.
Where am I?
We
Where
are
are we
panel.
recommending?
You're at the panel.
Okay. The
Subway.
panel recommends screening and frequent follow-up.
Yeah,
Monitoring
yummy.
for personal and family history of obesity, diabetes, dyslipidemia, hypertension, and cardiovascular disease. Yes, because the newer antipsychotics cause problems with
I'm
that
not
sort of
fat, a
thing.
big bone.
Yeah.
Stop it. Don't
Wait.
make fun of me.
Waist circumference, blood pressure, fasting plasma glucose, and fasting lipid profile. And they should receive counseling regarding nutrition and physical activity. The panel was
Take a
supported by
walk.
millions of
fired.
dollars from AstraZeneca,
fired.
Bristol
I'm
Myers Squibb, Janssen, Eli Lilly, and
Take 2
Pfizer.
walks and you'll be hired again.
These pharmaceutical companies also have various financial arrangements with several of the panel
walk around the
members.
block. 5 times.
If you've got a chubby butt, please take
Yes.
a walk.
So the drug companies gave a panel some money to study some stuff, and the study says, oh, you should make sure that your patients are being observed.
Wow.
That's helpful.
Okay. What are the odds that psych unit doctors are going to do any pre-screening or base level blood tests before loading up an acutely psychotic patient with a chemical straitjacket?
Woohoo!
What are the odds?
Straight jacket me.
What are the odds?
do it. Wait, I
Okay,
have no
here's the
arms.
deal. Here's the deal. Okay.
I don't.
I arrived at the psych unit, and you guys are the treatment team. You're the doctor, and you're the other doctor.
Woohoo,
I arrive in there. The fish heads are coming.
MD.
The fish heads are coming. What's the first thing that you do?
Give you some drugs.
That's
man.
exactly right.
Shock treatment.
What kind of drugs?
Lots of antipsychotics.
That's right.
Antipsychotics.
That's right. And how high a dose do you give them?
High. Woohoo! We like the high.
Because they want to get the heck out of there.
If you're the zombie, we've done our job.
But what if the blood
Exactly.
test? But what if a blood test shows that I have a little bit of diabetes? Does that matter?
No. Well,
They're
no.
screwed. If you die, they don't care.
That's right.
What do we care? We
They
don't
won't
get
even tell
paid.
anybody that knows you.
Because either I
We
have.
drive a Beamer.
That's right. Because I have
I
little or
drove Uncle's
no.
car.
Because I have little or no insurance, or I'm on Medicaid, I can't sue. So you guys are in the clear. Load me up with all
And I
them
still have my
medications.
Beamer.
That's right. Yes, our wonderful federal government is making sure.
Can I still be an MD? Can you give me a Beamer? Sorry.
Yes.
I'm floating.
Forget a Beamer. I want a Lexus. All
By the way,
No,
I
no.
have a bachelor's degree in communications.
Woohoo! Yeah. He's a gadget.
Yes.
He gadgeted. Yeah.
He are a
Go
gadget.
you.
Okay. Okay, these are discussion topics. Now we can discuss them, or we can ignore them, or you can discuss them at home. if
Let's
you
ignore
like.
them. Sorry.
Okay. Okay. There
I'm
was a
still an MD.
Discover magazine article about using neurotic mice in
I'm an
lab
MD.
tests that may skew results and may explain dysfunctional meds.
Woohoo! I know that word. Dysfunctional.
Okay, they stick a mouse its entire lifetime in an empty box with a little bit of litter.
Poor mouse.
Okay, and they conduct mental tests on the mice.
Sad life.
Okay, the mice
That would
eventually
be
goes
sad.
neurotic, and so the
Wait a
test
minute.
becomes skewed because the mice have been driven crazy because they have nothing to play with.
Yeah.
Okay, and so what they do is they stick a toilet paper
mice.
roll in it, and that has enlivened the environment of the mouse.
It's got a friend.
Yes. Okay.
But he's gonna eat it.
Oh
my
my
God,
God!
he
He
eats
eats his friend.
And then he's gonna sleep on
Cannibalism.
his. Then he's gonna sleep on his friend.
Something.
Or
That's
something.
disgusting.
Yeah.
It's like brain
I ate
stuff.
my
Okay.
friend.
So what that means is that lab mice
Okay,
lab
Blondie,
mice are
get on my
crazy,
plate.
and when they test lab mice for mental things, then the tests are kind of screwed up. Okay. Results of a study published this last December issue
Don't
of
laugh
American
too
Journal of Psychiatry suggest an association between greater what? What?
I think she needs a break.
What's so funny?
I don't know.
What?
Sorry. I'm back now.
Are you sure? I forgot the joke.
I'm not even aware that a joke was occurring at the
I
time
didn't either.
that it occurred.
I think I'm in my own little world. Okay,
Okay.
continue.
Results of a study published in December, this last December
no.
issue of
I
the
got
American
me.
Journal of Psychiatry suggest an association between greater
Yeah.
seafood consumption and lower rates
If
of
I could
bipolar
have tears,
disorder.
I'd be crying.
Okay, here's the rule. Eat more fish, you'll have less bipolar.
What? Is that okay?
That's some study.
It's a
protein?
fish.
Yeah, December Journal of Psychiatry. It's in
Cool.
there.
More fish.
Now I've read over and over that
do you
fish
like
products
fish?
have omega-3 fatty acids, and it really, really helps with depression and
Suck up.
anxiety and stuff like that. So,
That
okay.
one's a
That is so great.
suck up. We still don't get a paycheck.
Oh yeah.
Suck up.
I'll give
Brown
you some
nose.
ice cream or something.
Okay.
Oh, hello. They're speaking of my language.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Where's my ice cream? I didn't
You don't get
it.
any.
Oh, I forgot. I don't have any.
I'm hurt and disturbed, and I think I need a pill.
wrong.
I've got lots of water.
Yeah.
I've got water and milk.
We've
You
been
know what?
had.
You know what? You can put sugar in the
Slave
milk and stir it
labor.
up and then stick that in the fridge. Or the freezer.
slave
But
labor.
that's just vanilla. We don't want any vanilla.
He lied.
You're fired, Dan.
He lied. We get no ice cream.
My plot has been foiled again.
Now you're gonna pull her hair.
Ah!
Okay. Results. Okay.
probably rip it off.
Results from the
Hair.
study published in November issue of British
She's a
Journal of
fruitcake.
Psychiatry suggest an association between the use of antipsychotic
Damn.
medications
My hair's
and the
okay.
risk of choking
look good.
deaths. Okay.
There's a male puppet out there.
Apparently,
Email me.
people who take antipsychotics are more
Blah
likely
blah
to
blah at
choke.
blah.com.
Okay. So if
Okay.
you're taking antipsychotics, people choke
Yeah,
you more.
get a hold of me.
Okay.
Trying to kill me.
Okay. I have here in my
Obvious
hot little
murder.
hand.
Puppet murder.
I have here dietary dietary recommendations for Alzheimer's patients.
Ooh, okay.
Now, I'm not sure why I did this, but it seemed like it would be relevant since all of us will eventually have
We will
Alzheimer's.
all have Alzheimer's.
75. Yeah, I did a study.
Alzheimer's is what
I
they
did a
should call
study
it.
while in college of Alzheimer's, and I grabbed some
'Cause I'm
statistics.
an old timer.
75%
of people over 85 have Alzheimer's.
I killed the guy that was wearing this tie.
Oh my god. 75%?
Have Alzheimer's
That is a lot.
and or dementia.
I'm shocked.
Okay. Physicians who may
You talk
want
too much.
I know. It's a habit.
Physicians who may want to recommend dietary habits to their
Dan
patients
lost my
should take
muscle.
heed that the best evidence for nutritional prevention of Alzheimer's disease
I can
is
fix that.
through foods
I
rather
ate
than
it.
vitamin supplements. So you have to get your vitamins through your food instead of vitamin pills.
Okay.
Many of the foods are good sources of vitamin E, are also rich in omega-3s and unhydrogenated,
acids. Woohoo!
unsaturated fats.
I
The
need that.
dietary components with the most convincing evidence of neuroprotection to date. Among these foods are oil-based salad dressings, nuts.
Wow.
I like nuts.
I've known
I am nuts.
Dan! Woohoo! Nuts.
Seeds, fish, mayonnaise, and eggs.
Go eggs.
Hey, I've got mayonnaise in the
mayonnaise.
fridge. Would you like a bite?
No, thank you.
Not without the egg.
Could you slap an
Yeah.
egg and some bread with that, please?
Perhaps, possibly.
Thank you.
Perhaps, possibly.
Patients
Woohoo.
should limit their
Okay.
intake of foods that
Who
are
needs
high
ice
in
cream and an egg
saturated and
sandwich?
trans-unsaturated fats.
Good.
I want ice cream.
Okay. Eat
We've
fewer
been had.
red meat,
We have been
less
had.
butter, cut down on the ice cream, don't do commercially baked products, and some margarines that contain partially hydrogenated oils.
Does that mean McDonald's is bad?
Yep.
Oh, crap.
All fast food is bad, not just McDonald's, not just Burger King or any of the others. It's the act of the fast cooking in the heavily laden oils. That's what's bad. And these
Yeah.
oils are hydrogenated.
But it tastes so good.
So do you know how you hydrogenate oil?
No.
Okay, you take a big vat. Get yourself a vat. Okay?
Yeah.
And add
vat.
regular vegetable oil to it. Now,
Okay.
regular vegetable oil is clear and liquidy and splashes around.
Uh-huh.
So what you do is you put a
Yeah.
lid on it and
Yeah.
increase the pressure and add molecular nickel to it. Add a little bit
Nickel?
of nickel, yeah.
Like from a nickel?
Yes, nickel. Okay, you add nickel to it, just a tiny, tiny amount, and you
Is
stir that
that
nickel
bad
in, and then you
for
start
your
adding
stomach?
hydrogen gas. Well, what it is the nickel is a catalyst and it helps the hydrogen grab onto the long molecular chains of the oil. So your butter, your margarine that's been hydrogenated or anhydrogenated has trace amounts of nickel.
That's gross.
Yes.
Yeah, it is.
Will, is
Bad
nickel
stuff.
is nickel healthy for us?
I don't think so. It doesn't sound healthy.
No.
That'd be a no. That'd be a no.
So that's how they do it.
No.
So just ask stump the professor. I'm not a professor, but I'm really stumped. They've been doing that for years and years, and they've been doing it so long that they now claim that it's safe.
It's not.
Eat this.
Ooh, this is okay. This one is for all you junior scientist boys and girls out there.
I'm a junior. Woohoo!
Okay.
What?
Okay.
Junior mint? Huh?
Okay. This one is
Oh,
about.
Junior Mint.
I don't got any.
This one is about
He knows it.
Topamax. Hey, do you guys like want to switch or something?
Switch. Yeah. What?
Yeah. So don't move,
We need a potty break.
but we will.
Yes, we
yeah.
do. Yeah.
Yeah.
A punishment, so I...
Okay. Bucky Beaver has arrived! Woohoo! Hey! Let's go, Bucky! My
That is
buck-tooth
such a Bucky
babe over
Beaver,
there.
isn't it? You are such a Bucky Beaver. I love
Bucky
those
Beaver.
teeth.
Hey, get your hand out of my mouth and I bite it off
I'm
with my
glad
buck teeth.
my mom loved me enough to get me braces. So I
Okay.
don't have buck teeth. Like Bucky.
Okay. Okay, just to give everyone a heads up, at the end of this program, I'm going to cut this program a little shorter than usual.
Yeah.
And I'm showing a film that I did. It was a claymation
Yes.
little thing, and it's
very
all
good.
about.
Must watch.
I'm proud of it, and
Yes.
it's already being used for the purpose for which it was intended.
Yes.
And it's a 10-minute short animation on how to create a psychiatric advance directive.
Very good.
And yes, and
Deserves an A.
yes, I got
Plus,
an A
plus,
at Evergreen.
plus, plus.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
You
don't
got an A?
you don't get A's at Evergreen.
Oh.
You just get
You
P's
don't get A's?
or I's.
Oh my gosh.
P's or I's?
What if you're an
or
A
incomplete?
Well, what it is you get a really awesome evaluation.
Did
That's
you get
what
an awesome evaluation?
Yeah.
Good job.
Yeah, they're very happy with me. I
think it's a gold star.
I was one of those students at Evergreen that attended everything and turned in all my assignments, and I got full credit.
He became a
Yeah.
book nerd for months.
McNerdford!
I was a McNerdford.
What's a McNerdford?
I don't know. It's the same as kidding on the square.
Excuse me, Mom?
I have no idea. That was from a book. It's like you're
Oh.
kidding, but you're serious, but you're kidding, but you're serious. It's called.
It's like when somebody says their dog dies and you're like, no, you're kidding. And you're like, no, as funny as that is, I'm not kidding.
Well, you're kidding on the
That's
square.
not funny.
You're kidding, but you're also
dog
serious,
died.
but you're kidding.
You
You're
don't
kidding
know.
on the square.
I'm lost, but
Anyway.
okay. We're,
It's okay.
we're moving
Anyway,
along.
okay. So, this is a conference report, and
I can't help but stare at Bucky. Sorry.
the origin. This one is about the origin and neuropathy of schizophrenia from the annual meeting of the American Society of Neuroscience. Yeah, there's no ass in there. Okay,
No ass,
posted
damn it.
1904 by Sarah M. Mariani,
like the ass.
MD, PhD. Okay, so if you're an MD, are you also
like
a
ass?
PhD, or are those two separate degrees?
Probably separate.
So that you're a double doctor then, huh?
No.
Double doctor.
If you have an MD and a
MD or-
PhD, that means you're a double
That means
doctor.
you're an MD with a PhD.
MD, D stands for doctor, PhD, D is doctors. So this person is a double doctor. Okay,
Yeah.
okay. The cause of schizophrenia.
Yeah.
The cause of
your
schizophrenia still eludes elucidation. Yeah, your tongue is all screwy.
No, it's fine. Eat
Okay.
his hand.
Two
I
camps.
already ate my friend. What
lob-
more do you want from me? Okay,
Two-
moving along.
Two camps lob theoretical volleys across the net of
God.
neuroscience.
Trauma.
On one side, a
kind of
defect in
puppeteers
development.
are
On the other, a degenerative
edible.
process in a healthy brain.
It was edible.
Evidence accumulated has provided fuel for both theories. Yes. Approximately 1/3 of all relapses seem to occur even when compliance to adequate treatment. Yeah, that's a thing to remember. People will be taking their medications and they'll still have acute relapses, even while they're taking the medication.
Which means if you're taking a medication for depression, you get depressed again?
So what does that tell you?
That's screwed up.
That the medicine doesn't really work?
Exactly.
If you're
Is
depressed,
that what a relapse is, though?
If you're still taking your medications and you still have a relapse, if you have schizophrenia, you're taking all the drugs they're shoving down your throat, and you still and
you're still screwed up.
fine for
and
a while.
next week, and all of a sudden you start hearing stuff and seeing stuff, and you think you're the king of Siam and yada
You
yada
have
yada.
issues.
Okay, and you're still taking your
bald.
medications. Okay, what does that tell you? What does that tell you? It tells you something very important.
That it
Yes.
doesn't work.
Don't work.
Well,
Anyways,
Or that you're just very, very
Okay.
psychotic.
well,
That could be, bro.
yeah.
Moving along.
Yeah. Okay. Symptoms in first onset patients include
times,
psychosis,
good times.
hallucinations, delusions, disorganizations, negative symptoms.
Delusions are fun.
Do you guys know what
Sometimes.
negative symptoms in schizophrenia is?
No.
What?
Okay, negative
What's that?
symptoms. It's where you lack normal human behavior kind of things.
Ah.
You don't look at people when you talk to them, and you kind of shut down
Put your
and you
head down
close
a
off
lot.
and recede,
Kind of
and
go
you
over
just
here
kind
in
of
the corner.
yeah, you have less
Go to your own
stuff
corner.
than normal people.
Ding ding. Sorry.
Okay.
Oh, that's boxing.
Yeah,
Okay.
lack of engagement
Never
and
mind.
interests, lack of pleasure, mood instability. Quitting activities, sports, music, shifts of interest, social withdrawal, changes in appearance. Okay,
Yes.
here's what they figured
Okay.
out so far for anyone who says, I'm a doctor and I know exactly what schizophrenia is. Well,
I'm
there
a PhD. Sorry.
no, you're not.
Darn it.
And neither are we.
Yeah, that's right. I'm not a PhD.
Okay,
Can I be an MD though?
you can be,
Whatever you want to be in the army.
you can have,
Join now. Sorry. Don't join.
you can have a doctorate
Ever.
of
Yeah.
delinquency. Yes, and you can have a doctorate of
Can I have like a certificate for being a blonde,
bug. What?
please?
You can have a
You would.
certificate.
I'm certified as a blonde.
Yes, you
Certified
may have a
blonde.
blonde certificate. Okay.
Woohoo.
gonna make you one of
Schizophrenia
those.
does not. Okay.
Cool.
Schizophrenia does
Bring it
not
on.
seem to stem from
totally gonna do that.
a progressive degenerative disease. So that's what they figured out so far.
Certificate of being a
It is an
let me
obvious
drive.
dysfunctional. Okay, it does not come from an
Mom, see
obvious
driver's
dysfunctional
license.
cell type. You know, that blows all the dopamine theory out of the water.
Dope.
It does not have a clear
That's dope.
developmental defect.
I mean,
I'm dope.
and
and mean.
and it does not evolve in a particular part of the brain.
I'm dope. You're mean.
Okay.
I want to be dope.
What it is
Okay.
they'll
I'm dope. You're mean.
I'm not.
Together
mean.
we are
Okay,
dopamine.
let Dan talk now.
Alrighty.
That
Yes,
one's not
together
bad.
we are dopamine, though. Are you sure I
Back to
can't
our
be
regular scheduled programming.
So you're a
I bet-
Sarah and you're a Tonin.
No.
Serotonin.
We like dopamine.
She's the dope
Can I be a
behind
Kuman?
the
He, she be a din. Together we are Kumadin.
Okay.
What's a comadin?
Kumadin.
What's a comadin?
Kumadin, isn't it?
Comadin?
Kumadin. 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 Oh my
Comadin over here.
god. It's a pill.
Dan, what's the comadin?
Is that a medication?
I think I
Coumadin?
need to take a pill.
Coumadin.
It's a pill.
What kind of pill?
Coumadin.
What kind of pill is it?
I don't know. It's a pill.
Wow.
Maybe I
She
made it up.
obviously doesn't know what it is because she can't.
Maybe I made it
It's
up.
probably a medication,
all
and you
in my
probably well somebody made it
I'm
up.
on it. Yeah.
You're on it.
Okay. Scientists are working on
She wants her dog
creating a
tags.
patented schizophrenic mouse in the hopes of using it to study and test medications. Okay.
Oh, my stomach hurts.
The pain.
Okay. Okay.
Alrighty.
Okay.
We're ready now.
Okay. The National Institute.
on, okay,
this
pull it
one's all
together.
about advanced directives. Okay.
Yes.
And then we'll get into the little 10
Come on,
minute
don't pull it together.
Yes.
Okay.
The 10-minute dealie is
Okay.
good.
The National Institutes of Mental Health and two foundations have awarded a Duke University Medical Center team
Go Duke.
with almost $2 million to study the use and effectiveness of psychiatric advanced directives,
Fix your tongue.
or PADS,
Pads.
We don't want to go there, okay?
We don't want any pads.
Moving along.
or MHADS,
What the
Okay, that's
heck is
better.
that?
mental health advanced directives,
Yes.
MHAD,
Well,
MHADS,
what
or
does
PADS.
PAD stand for?
Psychiatric advanced directives. See,
Oh, I knew
psychiatric
that.
advanced directives.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, now psychiatric advanced directives are legal
They say
documents
I'm slow.
created by patients outlining their preferred
Hey,
treatment
John Bucky.
during a mental health crisis. This is the
Dan.
first major study funded by the U.S. government to evaluate PADS from initiation to outcomes, said the researchers. Blah, blah.
I'm sorry. The pads just sounds wrong.
Well, men can use them too.
Oh, ew.
Ay, ay, ay. Not going there.
No,
Not touching
Well,
that
you know what a
subject.
hockey pad is, right? Football pads?
Yes?
What about a cup?
Let's not go there either.
Okay.
Righty. Oh.
16 states allow
there yet?
pad creation,
Yeah.
but are
Pull
rarely
this car
utilized.
over.
16 states allow pad creation, but are rarely utilized. The 4-year study will look at whether psychiatric
get lots of
patients
complaints for
will
this
complete
one.
the pads.
Yeah.
Whether psychiatric patients will complete the pads if provided with the resources, and will also determine whether or not doctors, hospitals will honor
I
them.
think we need to be psychiatric patients for a couple days.
Actually,
We need some pills.
now that
We
now
need
that
some Coumadins.
Could you send me some medication?
Coumadin? Is that what you said?
Coumadin.
Coumadin?
Coumadin. It's a pill. I'm telling you.
We're gonna have
it's
to
a
look it up
pill.
later, Dan.
Okay.
But maybe it's a spice.
Coumadin. Cumin is a spice.
That's a spice.
Well, maybe it's a spicy pill.
It's one
Maybe
of
it's a
them.
pill and you put spice on
Oh, I'm crying.
it. Okay.
I've got tears.
Okay. The 4-year study will look at whether psychiatric patients will complete the pads if provided with the resources, and will also determine whether or not doctors and hospitals will honor them. The team is investigating why pads lack utilizations and if such use would help forego involuntary commitment. The team is also working to improve information to support family members, doctors, mental health professionals, and hospitals in using pads.
Collecting.
Collecting.
Yeah. Okay.
Tin cans.
So they're going to give these to 500 people, and half of them they'll give direct help in filling them out, and the other half they'll give a packet and they'll say, here's the instructions. Here, fill
Fill it
this
out.
up. Okay.
Yeah.
And then everyone
Fill
who's
it
part of the
out.
study will file electronically with the U.S. Living Will Registry, which is something very interesting. If you have a psychiatric directive, I'm not sure how, but I'll find out. But you
Like that.
you do your thing with
Look at it.
with the Living Will
Change
Registry.
it.
And what that means is it's a
glued in.
computerized thing, and a doctor can log on and get your psychiatric advance directive online.
Is that saying whatever's wrong with you?
No. A psychiatric advance directive is a document, and you'll see when you watch the
Yeah, you'll see.
the 10-minute show
It's very good.
what it is and why it's important and why they're
It's
important.
all about Jim Beam.
How
Yeah.
do you get one?
Actually, green bean.
Green bean, Jim Beam.
How do you
Whatever.
get one?
Green bean.
Well, you can contact your local ombuds. You can contact the Bazelon Center, which is also line. It's
Doesn't the
bazelon.org.
hospital give something like that out?
No. There's a lot of resistance to mental health
have
advance
a job.
directives because they believe that people with mental illnesses will use an advance directive to deny treatment. I will not take any of the following medications, and they list every one that they know of. That sort of
Woo!
thing. So,
Wee!
yes, a siren is
Alrighty.
appropriate at this moment.
That's my
So,
car alarm. Oh,
okay.
You don't have. How do you put
Okay.
the brakes
I
on?
forgot I don't drive.
Okay, so
Right,
far
thank you.
they've done a partial publication
I
of the
see
study.
I know.
Okay, they've done a partial publication. So far, researchers have found that 75 of the respondents that they talked to want a psychiatric advance directive, but only 7% have actually filled one out.
He's looking at me. He's looking
Coercion
at me. Ah.
comes in the form of housing,
I can't help
money,
it,
and
beautiful.
freedoms, which are used as leverage to impose certain kinds of
wants me.
treatment. Advance directives are used as antidote to coercion. Okay. Okay, here's the deal. Here's the deal. If I show up in the
What's the deal?
hospital, you load me up with medication, okay?
What's the deal?
You load me up with medication, okay?
Ow.
Sorry.
I don't bend like that.
Sorry.
Man.
You load me up with medication, and what happens is if I have a psychiatric advance directive, the directive says these drugs are not helpful, these drugs are helpful. This kind of treatment is helpful, this kind of treatment is not helpful. These
Yes.
friends are not good to come and visit me, and these friends are good to come and visit me.
Okay.
I was diagnosed with this and this and this and this, and I've been to these hospitals and blah, 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 blah. And you basically give your treatment team in the hospital information that will help them help you to stay out of the hospital, or if you end up going in the hospital, you'll be in there
So
for a
is that
very
a good
short
thing
period
to
of time.
have?
It's an
Very
extremely good thing to
have.
have, yeah.
Yes.
Is it free?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, it's
Wow.
just, it's a pain in the ass to
You
fill
want to
out.
make sure you have copies and that people that you want, like your doctor,
Yep.
needs to have a copy.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you get witnesses to sign them.
Yes.
People that are you're not
People that don't-
not relatives.
Yeah, that are
people
not
that
related or
cannot
lovers.
benefit from you being in the hospital. Yes.
No relatives and no lovers should
Yep.
sign it.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
Yep.
And yep.
so and the thing is, Amy doesn't like them. Amy doesn't like them. WAPIS doesn't like them. There are a few organizations that don't like them. And
Yeah.
this is
They suck.
either because these organizations don't want consumers to have a say in their own treatment, or
Because they want to mess people up.
No, I don't think so. I don't think they're that craven. What I think it is they are afraid of the worst case scenario that
Spit over your face.
I
Sorry.
would, if I had I do have an advance directive, I would list all these things that I refuse. I would refuse tons of treatment. I would use this document to refuse treatment.
Well, you have to get people that don't want to abuse it, though.
Well,
or
I've
something.
done
something.
lots of
Brain
research.
stuff.
I've done
Brain
lots of
stuff.
research, and I've not yet encountered any actual
go eat
case
your
where someone
friends.
used an advance directive to refuse all treatment.
Okay.
Because then it becomes useless and you can't follow it. Okay, and the whole idea is you list treatment that you know has helped in the past, and you list treatment that has absolutely not helped in the past, and you need to give your doctor options. But I explained all that in the introduction. So we've about run out of time.
Yeah.
So
Yay! Or something, or not.
No, the
So-
camera loves me.
No, it doesn't. You love it. You love the camera.
Yeah,
So-
fuck you.
Bucky. So I want to thank you for
Bucky girl.
watching the show. Okay,
Yeah, thank you.
Thank the
Thanks
people
for watching
right
me
there.
and us.
Thank
Okay,
you.
thank that person there.
Thank you.
Thank that
Thank
person
you.
there, and thank the one in the
you.
back.
Thank you over
And
there, right in the
yeah,
back.
yeah, you do your fly up. You're flying low.
And the guy that's been staring at me,
Yeah.
pervert.
Yeah. Well, you can see him. Yeah. Okay. So.
Yeah.
Everybody's going to be like,
So thank you, and we will see you again next month
Edward.
with a new episode. And
I will be here.
And be nice to people and don't hurt people because that.
don't break anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Bye.
Bye.
This is Green Bean. Green Bean has a mental illness. Mental illness is caused by genetic factors, compounded by environmental triggers, and exacerbated by stressors. Green Bean is looking calm and relaxed. A little too calm and relaxed, perhaps. Say, Green Bean, what are you up to?
I'm so tired and dizzy and thirsty. My heart races and I have to pee every 10 minutes and...
Whoa there, Green Bean. Just what medications are you taking anyway?
Mutamatic and Tranquilump and Crazebagon and Flatendol and...
Gosh, Green Bean, no wonder you can't function. Say, how did all this happen?
I was writing a manifesto that would save mankind. I thought I was receiving thoughts from all the super scientists around the world. I thought that when I made everyone read it, they would understand each other perfectly, and the world would be saved from imminent doom.
Why, you were acutely manic and hallucinating. You were having a doozy of a time distinguishing reality and were severely lacking in critical insight that you needed to function.
Gee whiz, I sure was. It's a good thing my friends made an intervention phone call. I don't know how long all that would have lasted.
Golly, Green Bean, how long were you involuntarily detained in the hospital psychiatric wing?
Oh, for months. I lost most of my rights and freedoms and had no control over what happened to me. I saw a psychiatrist that gave me a lot of medications. The doctor finally offered a treatment that he said might cure me or at least help me go home sooner. It's called electroconvulsive therapy. Golly, at that point, I was willing to sign anything to get out of there. After a month of shock treatment, he discharged me, prescribed more medications, and wished me good luck.
Say, I have an idea. Have you ever heard of a Mental Health Advance Directive?
No, what's that?
Well, Green Bean, it's a document that you can create yourself that tells the hospital staff how you want to be treated. Like what medications help and which ones don't, and whether or not you want more shock treatment. Things like that.
Oh golly, that shock treatment was awful. It didn't help, and they kept telling me I needed more treatments and more medication.
You know, Green Bean, that is exactly why an advance directive is so important. It speaks for you when you're not doing so well. Say, would you like to fill one out?
Yeah.
Well, first you need an introduction page with a title that looks something like this. Next you will need a table of contents listing the main sections of your advance directive. The first section is your address and phone number. Section 2 says when your advance directive becomes active. Section 3 tells them how long it is good for. Section 4 defines when and where you cancel your directive. Section 5 states who has copies of your directive. This should be people you trust or someone like an advocate or your case manager. Section 6 tells the hospital staff who to contact in case of emergency. Section 7 is your crisis plan. It's critical for you to describe what hospital staff should do when you are freaked out or really suicidal. It might help you avoid being tackled by a 200-pound gorilla with pepper spray. Section 8 tells the doctors what you have been diagnosed with, which is good because the doctor can get a sense of your history. Section 9 tells the doctor what medications or supplements you are currently taking. This is critical since many medications and herbal remedies can strongly interact with other medications. So list them all. Section 10 tells the doctor what medications you've taken at one time or another in the past. He or she can get a better understanding of what worked for you and what didn't. Section 11 specifies what medications that you refuse to take. You should list the reasons why, whether it's an allergy or unbearable side effects, and you shouldn't use this area to eliminate the possibility of trying something new that might really be helpful. Section 12 asks about current medical conditions. It's important to list any other diagnoses you might have because they definitely affect your mental health. Section 13 asks about electroconvulsive therapy. You should be very clear about your wishes on this subject. Section 14 is the area where you list your current healthcare providers. Section 15 tells the hospital staff who is not helpful or safe to contact. Section 16 tells them who should not be visiting. Even well-intentioned people can cause harm when you are vulnerable. Section 17 will tell a mental health official which hospitals or treatment agencies can help you and which ones don't. Section 18 says what people to notify immediately. It's good for the hospital staff to know that friends and family will be there for you. Section 19 identifies children or pets that may suffer due to your absence. You should have a plan that deals with that sort of thing. Section 20 is the section where you can add anything that you think is relevant, which couldn't be said elsewhere. Section 21 is the formal legal statement that talks about guardianship, blank spots, and revocations, and has your signature. Section 22 is the witness signature spot. Find people that are not close relatives, lovers, or direct caregivers for best results. Section 23 is where your case manager, counselor, or therapist reads and signs, with a little room for commentary. Section 24 is the place where your doctor signs, attesting to your competency to create the advance directive in the first place. If your doctor recommends changes, you should seriously consider them. Section 25 is the last section, where you have the option of revoking the whole thing, if you ever decide it's necessary.
So what do I do with this now?
Well, Green Bean, first you find a couple of other people you really trust and have them look at it so they can make suggestions for improving it. Then you have them sign it. Then make copies for your counselor and doctor and anyone else you trust so they can make sure it gets to the hospital, if you ever go back.
Gee whiz, you were a big help. Thanks a lot.
Well, Green Bean, just doing my job. So just remember, if you want to have a say in your mental health decisions, get yourself an advance directive. It might be the most important decision you'll ever make.